Hi, this is the week 9 overview. This week we're working on introducing the trig functions: sine, cosine, tangent, secant, cosecant, cotangent, all those different things. Make sure to use the correct definitions using a unit circle, not dividing sides of a triangle. I've put up here as a backdrop an example of the cosine function. You can find this handout on Canvas, and it defined cosine in terms of the circle and how we're going to use it in pre-calculus and all the courses that pre-calculus leads to. So make sure this is your basis understanding for the trigonometric functions. We are going to be calculating values of different trig things, and we're going to be graphing equations. And one of the things this week is it's very important to learn to measure angles using the radian measurement instead of just the degree measurement. Radians are used almost exclusively in higher level math and all the applications for various reasons that we'll discuss in the upcoming weeks. But it's very important that you transition from using degrees to using radians. Okay, so the big idea is that trig functions, although a lot of people are not maybe aware of this, but they're used to model just a vast myriad of applications, including like all cell phones, computers, all communication, all those kinds of things are modeled and rely on understanding of trig functions. Flow of oceans, weather patterns, fire and how it spreads, all trig functions. Biological systems, chemical reactions, medicine metabolization. I mean, there's just so many things that are all modeled using these simple sine, cosine, tangent type functions. So understanding those to a rich extent is really going to help in understanding wherever you take this knowledge in the next steps. So possible sticking points. In the past, I've had students have a difficult time thinking in terms of circles. It's not a normal way of thinking about mathematical things. So drawing a lot of unit circles and labeling things and just kind of practicing thinking in terms of rotating around a circle, that may be very helpful, but not exactly intuitive. Angles measured in radians, which oftentimes use the pi symbol, the pi number 3.4 in its measurements, can sometimes be confusing. And radians has the worst possible abbreviation for its units. So that's a huge point of confusion when they use their sort of void units, and then people get confused as to what's going on and what's actual numbers being measured. Okay, there's also a new vocabulary. Horizontal shifts in terms of trig functions are oftentimes referred to sometimes as phase shifts. Vertical shifts oftentimes referred to as midlines. Horizontal stretches oftentimes referred to as period changes. Vertical stretches are amplitude. So they're changing up a lot of vocabulary of things that we've already learned. So this is just cultural. In our culture, we oftentimes have different words for things. So we're not really changing a lot of what's going on, just the way people talk about them, which can be confusing when you're looking at a homework assignment and it says, what's the amplitude? And you're not sure what that word means. And that's just the vertical stretch, right? So translating and understanding those vocabularies can be a point of contention for learning the material this week. Reminder, this is our last week before spring break, so try to keep up your energy, try to get as much done this week so then you can enjoy your spring break without a whole bunch of assignments sort of lurking over your head. Try to reach out, let me know if you have questions, or jump on during my tutoring hours and we can knock out any kind of math questions or assignments that you're working on. All right, have a great week. Thanks.